Welcome back to 90 Day Dental Day 10. We've managed to get to the big 1-0, which is a fantastic achievement, and thank you for tuning in this far. We've got another cracker today with Chelsea Stewart's part 2, carrying on from before, which she can get straight into.
Hi there, my name's Chelsea, and following on from our last video about how to set up your Instagram page for success, today's video digs deeper into how to build a loyal following on Instagram and the reasons why people follow accounts. In particular, what principles to follow to create engaging posts that not only attract new loyal followers, but also help you retain your existing ones. So why do people follow accounts? Well, there's 3 main reasons. Firstly, it could be entertainment, so funny videos, memes or quotes. Second, inspiration or education. And thirdly, social reasons, so friends, family, and even community. Now, with so many different accounts being created every day and over 500 million active users a day, it's hard for the average user to decide which accounts to follow, because no one wants to follow thousands and thousands of accounts. So you need to decide what type of account you want to be it entertainment or inspiration or education, social, or even a mix of all 4. If a person feels they're getting more value from your page versus others, they will tend to follow you. And over time, if you are consistent with what you're talking about, then they will become a loyal follower. Now, the amount of value that you provide is determined by 7 key factors. 1, the level of talent. 2, consistency. 3, relatability or the like factor. 4, uniqueness. 5, the amount of value that you add. 6, social proof. And 7, celebrity. So what do they all mean? Let's dive into each one briefly. So level of expertise is your level of expertise in your field. Secondly, consistency. So how often are you posting? What you're posting about, is it consistent? People want to follow accounts where they know what they're going to be getting out of it. So if they are following you for before and after pictures, or they are following you for cases related to dental implants, they want to keep seeing those types of cases in order for them to continue to follow you and in order for them to become loyal. If all of a sudden you change the direction in which your Instagram is being laid out, or you decide to start posting random animal videos, they're going to disconnect with what you are talking about, so they will no longer become a loyal follower and they might even unfollow you. Thirdly, relatability or the like factor. This means, can they relate to you or identify with you or what you're talking about? That is why it's so important to share your story and your patient's story, to be real, to show your vulnerability and be as authentic as you can. Imperfection works. People feel that they can relate more to you when you are more real and more authentic. Uniqueness and scarcity. They will follow your account if there's not a lot of accounts out there like yours. What you're giving them is different. So they're getting something valuable from your account that they can't get from other accounts, or it's rare to get from other accounts. The amount of value that you're adding. So useful information that you're giving out, hints and tips. You're adding value to their life somehow, be it mentally, physically, or emotionally. Social proof. This is validation that other people with similar interests to them follow your account. So essentially, the more followers that you have, the more followers you'll get, as people will think that if a lot of other people are getting value from your account, they are very likely to be getting value from your account too. Celebrity status. So you might be famous or well-known in your field. You might have publications or credentials of some sort, or be a thought leader. So when you create your account, or if you've got an existing one, here's a little task for you. Write down these 7 key areas out on a piece of paper and rate your page or your posts against these scores, so 1 to 5 on each of those 7, and see where your page ranks. Now you know why people follow accounts. Let's break it down even further into what types of content to post as a dental practice to attract the right types of followers, whilst helping you retain the ones you already have and making them loyal followers. With my clients, I like to follow the principle of the 3 A's: affinity, authority, and awareness. What do they mean? So affinity types of posts are behind the scenes. So this is Ideal if they're as authentic or as raw or as endearing as possible. So any footage of the practice where people want to see what's going on behind the scenes. People buy from people, and taking them into your world will allow them to connect with yours. So these can also include memes. So typically I'll have a look on Facebook and find large meme-based Facebook groups, and then browse the images and videos and see if I can use them across on Instagram. So when I see a photo that strikes a particular strapline, I'll then create that meme and put it on Instagram. If humor or comedy isn't your strong point, then repost memes from other pages, but give them credit. You can search hashtags on Instagram, such as hashtag dental memes, to find handles producing great content, and you can repurpose them and curate them onto your page. Sharing your philosophy and thoughts, so think about what are your core values, what do you and the practice stand for, what riles your blood, what gets you excited. Ideally sharing these things related to dentistry. This can be video, written or recorded as audio and repurposed. So quotes, this can be quotes that you've made up yourself, or this can be someone else's thoughts or an interesting topic that you want to talk about, be it something in the news. Secondly, authority. So these are building authority in your field. So this can be industry updates, it can be research papers, it can be discussions on certain topics, latest updates for your audience, the latest news in dentistry, so you can do National Smile Months, new fads you can talk about like charcoal whitening, anything that you have an opinion on where you could be sharing it. Authority can also include valuable tips and information, so you could be talking about oral hygiene instructions or tips on keeping your teeth white, tips on looking after your teeth, how to brush, how to use TP brushes. It could be resharing of content from dental magazines or websites. Also posts that we like to include in the authority piece is patient testimonials, awards, before and after pictures, video testimonials, any community work that you're doing, patient reviews. Why are you and your practice unique or different? This is a great way for you to be able to showcase what makes you so special. If you are really good at doing Invisalign cases or really good at whitening, showcase it. People want to see that you have authority. If you are someone that does a lot of Invisalign, talk about it. People will start to see you as the go-to person in your industry for Invisalign, simply by showing cases and by talking about it. So last and by no means least, awareness. What I mean by awareness, you want to be letting people know what services you provide or what products you sell, so that they can actually come and buy from you, or they can actually come in and see you. So as part of giving great content and great value with the affinity and authority, building your authority in your industry, you also want to let people know that you are providing a service, and if they are interested in any of these services, how do they go about taking action? So what is the call to action? Do you want them to sign up to your mailing list? Do you want them to book in for a virtual consultation in these times, like in the next few weeks? What is it that you want them to do? This is a great way for you to be showcasing your material, but also making sure that people actually book in for treatments. Now, I know that's a lot to swallow, and social media, and in particular Instagram, can seem very, very daunting to some people. So to help you on this journey, I'm doing a 5-day free content planning Facebook group starting from next Monday. So if any of these topics are of interest to you, or you just need some help creating content, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram or send me an email, and I'll be sure to help you along your journey. So thanks very much for listening to me, and I hope to see you next week in my Facebook group. Thank you.
Another superb set of tips and advice from Chelsea, and we'll see you again tomorrow, back again with Govinda's second part, lower posterior morphology. Another cracking session coming up. See you then.